Hi everyone, it's Judy. Welcome back to my channel. I'm just going to adjust my camera here a little bit. Hoping that you will be able to see everything in here. Might be a little crooked, hopefully not. Anyway, I did decide to go ahead and put up that other video after I watched it and just let it go, and I figured I would put this one up a day or so later, so we'll see. But anyway, I've pulled out a few things, cut the bases for the tags that I want to put in here, and did one just to give myself a little bit of an idea of what I wanted. I wanted to kind of give sort of a dimensional feeling to these. This is the smallest one, so we're going to work on those. I think what I want to do before I actually do the tags, I want to do the decorating of this pocket. This over here, I found some words. They were not mine. It actually says they came out of Fairy Words and Quotes, I think. Yeah, let me see whose they are. There should be something down the bottom here that tells me whose they belong to. I don't see it. It could be Emma Parrish. It could be, I'm not sure. I don't see the little tag. I keep them in something like this and sorted, and usually I put some sort of a little piece of paper or a cut, you know, piece from if they put their name on the printout, you know, on the digital, I might cut one of those out. Anyway, let's get on with this. I pulled out a few things, kind of matched them up, and see what I want to do. Let me grab this. This is possible for the tags as well. We're going to look at that. So for right now, let's start on this side and try to get this thing where I would like it. So I just ripped off some little pieces of the lace, which, ooh, that's weird. Okay. I got a little guy that came up there with that. I guess I better clean out that little dish. I forgot what I was saying now. Oh, I tore some of the lace off. It tears in one direction really nicely. It really doesn't tear in the other. So I just kind of bunch it together and cut it so it's not a straight cut, and then I pull at it a little bit and rumple it up some. So we have that. Let me see. I think got a little bit of kind of fuzzy stuff there. We'll get that off. Think, which way do I want this? I think I would want it to go this way a little bit. I don't mind it hanging over the edge of the pocket. I think I like that. Let me get rid of this little thing if I can. There we go. Yeah. All right. I'm going to use, to stick this down, what my friend Rita calls Japanese glue, because it's Japanese. And it does smell pretty. It doesn't smell like glue at all. But that'll hold that in place for me to glue the rest of the pieces over the top of that. So let's put that back. And they will get glued with my, let me get my tweezers. If I can find my tweezers. There they are. They will get glued with 3-in-1. Open that up. Oh, let me close that. That's not good. That's not good. All right. I'm a little off camera here trying to hold on to the butterfly and get the glue open. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. I appreciate all of you that have come to the channel and viewed, and even, you know, a couple of subscribers that I have gotten. I would appreciate it if, when you do come, whoops, I'm trying to get this back into my tweezers here, that you would, you know, give the video a thumbs up, or a comment or share, or all of the above would be good. Trying to decide. I think straight up. It seems that YouTube has sort of changed its algorithm, and it's making it very, very difficult. Let me get for smaller channels to grow, to even be suggested. If you're looking up something like, you know, something specific, say you're looking up Prairie Journals, there's probably not a whole bunch of them out there, but mine wouldn't even show because I just don't have enough interaction. And I know in part that is because I'm gonna just try to put this under here so I don't glue that to the piece below it. All right, I am. There it is. All right. So I know that is in part, I'm not on often, and that is in direct correlation to my job, which can keep me very busy. I'm actually coming into the busy part of the season now, for the season of the year, and I will be continually busy with overlapping projects from shortly on now. And like I said in the last video, it may be possible that even in amongst all of that, I may have to change houses where I am living on top of all the rest of it. So I think I'm gonna just peel his wing back. Let me get this under here a little bit. I don't really want it hanging off. I'm hoping it's straight. Can't pick it up, everything else will fall off. So yeah, so I would really appreciate it if you view the video, that you would give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share, any combination thereof, or all of the above, because it would really, really help me to get my videos out. I had a pin, here it is, out to other people to see. The more people who will comment that they've been here or show that they've been here, other than just a view, the more people will be able to see the videos. So I would appreciate that very much if you would be so kind. All right, gonna leave that one there. Let me do this one. I think I want to do this one this way. Kind of put that up a little higher. I like that idea. I hope I'm in camera. Let me push up a little bit. Usually you can see like way down here, which you probably can't even see my hands doing that. But with this new camera setup, the holder that I have, it doesn't seem to, yeah, that's okay. I think that's okay. It doesn't seem to go very high. I thought it would. It is one of those ring lights, which I wanted, but the light is, in all honesty, it helps me if I'm doing something very intricate and small. Push that back just a little bit because I don't want this going through on here. All right, that's good. It does help me to see what I'm doing. Here, let me click it on for you. That's the difference. That is the difference in the lighting. Not sure I like it. Let me see. Go back and unclick it. I kind of like it better that way. But if I'm working myself and I'm having a hard time seeing, it really does help me. So I like that there. I like the little bits of, the little snippets of lace just torn. Put these up here. All right. I'm going to take these out so I can see what I'm doing. I think I decided to just use these two flowers with a butterfly. So, and I did ink these, and I can come over the edge, and I'm thinking I want to kind of, hope you can see what I'm doing, interweave the blossoms, maybe a leaf over and the petals under, kind of like that. It actually has to go up high enough that the butterfly can go down here, and he can go even a little lower. So yeah, I think that would be good. Now the only question is, will this fit? I want to put one over the other, so let me go ahead and do that. Do that with this glue. Yeah. So I'm gonna go right straight across there, and I'm going to try to, these aren't exactly prairie words, but I needed just single words because I didn't have a lot of space here. Try to get that a little straighter. Okay, I think that's good. And yeah, I think that'll be okay there. I think I'll put that down first, and if the flower comes over the bottom, I think that'll be just fine. Oh my goodness, look at this. I'm doing a volcano thing over here. I did not close my glue, and it's just spurting, so let's try to not waste it. So, and yes, I'm doing more laundry today. Let me open that up and get that out of the way. I want this not over the edge of the pocket on either side. So let's go ahead and do that. So this is now, last night was Tuesday when I did the other video, and I did, like I said, I did decide to put it up today. I was hoping I'd be able to get a little time back down here this evening. So how do I want to do this? All right, I am going to put some glue on, but not there. And I will use this because it gives me a minute to play with it. And if I move it and there's any excess glue from moving it, it really rubs off quite easily. I know it smells, but in all honesty, if you do your nails, it smells like acetone, so it smells like, you know, a little like nail polish remover, sort of, kind of. But really, it's not so bad. I'm trying to, there we go. And I know I've got way too much for these fat stems. And like I said, I'm having trouble with my Sugar Bell bottle. First, I was having trouble with the tiny little glue bottle that I kept the art glitter glue in originally. I want this up high enough so that the butterfly will go. I'm gonna have to, all right, in this one, I want the flower under and the leaf over. I think I just want to kind of, I can bring it up higher. Let's see, let's see. Yeah, see, I don't have to go. And I can bring it up a little higher. In which case, what do I want to do with that leaf? I think I may. I don't want it over the flower. I'm trying to decide. What I want to do with it, because I was going to do this, but I did want to bring it up and kind of cover the words, but oops, see, I just tore that. Not that that matters, because the butterfly is going to be down there. I'll put it to the side. If I think I want to stick it somewhere, I have it to stick someplace, if I can get it off my finger, because, you know, it's sticking fine to that. There we go. All right, let's see what I think here. I think I'm going to take this one off. Let me just pull that one off. And bring that one there. This is a lot of fussing, isn't it? Okay. All right, let me do that. Actually, let me get him inked a little bit, this little fella. All right, let's get this flower down, and I think I'm going to use the, actually, let me close this one, sort of. All right, come on. So I started to say something before, and I forgot, but anyway. So, yes, all in all, from that storm from last night, one part of our town, the western side of our town area, Johnstown proper is really the valley part here. We're in sort of a bowl between several of the mountains in the, whoops, doesn't want to come off my finger, in the Laurel Highlands of the Allegheny Mountains. And some of they're like small little boroughs and things like that. It's still all considered Johnstown, but there's different areas. So what we call the West End here, they lost a lot of power. Oh my gosh, I forgot to put this on. Son of a gun. Can I get these off? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Probably not. All right, so you know what I'm going to do? I will put it on, but let me tear it, and I'll put a smaller piece down here by the butterfly. Let's see. I'll put him here. Yeah, that'll look okay. That'll look okay. Yep. And then I don't think I need that leaf, though I think I may put it here in the background, just to have something else under the lace over there. So, but yeah, a few trees fell down from the wind, because we had such strong winds, and fell on some power lines and caused quite a bit of damage. Here it is. Up there, and yeah, so they are without power. So the biggest problem, well, one of the biggest problems that the area was facing was there's a lot of as in any town and area, I'm sure, people who are on oxygen, and of course without any power they can't plug in their oxygen machines, and they have portable, a lot of them have portable canisters, but if their portable canisters run out before the power gets put back on, they'll have a problem. So the hospital contacted us via the fire department and asked if there was, you know, a way that we could shelter people, just to give them, because we were not without power where we were, and you know, could we shelter people, have them come down if they needed to plug in their oxygen and stuff like that. And we said yes, of course. Haven't heard if they were afraid that it could take several days before the power came back on over there. But we haven't heard anything. We haven't received any phone calls that anyone was going to be in need to stay in. Technically what we have is like a code blue shelter, and really is for the winter when it hits a certain temperature. And I think kind of wondering if I want it. I don't want to waste this. Oh, I like it there. Okay. That was an accident. So, but even though it's a winter thing, we have some cots and things that we can use in the winter time for Code Blue emergency shelter, and there's no reason why we couldn't use it as well if people were really that desperate. I'm just going to clean some of this glue off my fingers. If people were that desperate that they needed a place to plug in their oxygen machines. But we haven't gotten any calls that was needed, that we would need to open the shelter during the night. So far so good. I would say that's good news for those people on that side of the mountain. So, okay. So I did that. All right, it looks like then all of these are now in place with the exception of this. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna put, I did make the little thing here. I made it really, really thick, kind of disappointed about that. And I'm thinking I wanna put, no, it's not very big. And trying to see if there's any place else I would put that, but not. I did put the hole in here already, so just let me grab the grab some a brad here. What am I thinking? I thought I had flatter. Well, those are flat, but I guess this one is okay. All right, let's see. You know, you get all these things, and kind of like that piece. I don't want to lose that. Get in there. You get all these different things, and you think you've got everything covered until you go for the first time. You go in your supplies and say, all right, we're gonna use these things, and then it's like, nope, you know what? I really don't have a blessed thing that goes with what I need for what I need. It just doesn't make sense. I just turned this so it would go this way. And I'm not pushing it down too tight so that there's room underneath for that to hold the twine. And I haven't decided yet if I want to do this with twine or if I wanted to do it with ribbon. I'm not sure, you know, which way I'm going to go with that yet. I'm going to put that back in there. Oh no, come back here. I want that. Where'd that go? This is my bag of lace bits, if you can believe it. There we go. Well, that's that. That's different. Nope. Well, I suppose I can tear a little bit more. I had a piece. All right. We'll tear a little bit more. And why? Because I was going to put it under there, I think. Okay. So this is the way it doesn't tear. So I just bunch it up and cut it. And then I just kind of pull at the ends like so. Okay. And I'm just going to put I know I can't put the butterfly, which I'm going to have to ink. Yeah, so it's got to go over more. Yeah. Okay, I think that'll sort of do it. Let me get my little thing back here and ink this up. Somebody did ask me the papers I'm using. I have somewhere put the little Post-its that I make. There must be a dozen kits, honestly, that I'm using for this stuff, so it is part of my weakness. I'm always looking for something else. Now, I did not put my little sign on the door, so people don't know that I am filming people, my husband and my brother-in-law. They don't know that I'm filming right now, so go this way. Get that down there. I'm trying to keep it from actually going like over the top of that, so I can put it a little sideways. And that's fine. That just sort of holds it in place. And then I use the rest of the glue to hold the rest of this down. So, but another little piece. But anyway, I don't know, I got a hole in this and I'm not sure how. But fixable. Just rub over it, glue it down. So it turned out to be a beautiful day today, a little cooler than it had excuse me, than it had been for the past couple of days. It was only in the 60s. Like, you're not going to really hear me complain. Do not ask me questions. There's somebody behind me. So, but anyway, it turned out to be a rather nice day today. Skies were blue, and I'll cover this up again. And the sun was shining, and the wind was a little breezy, but not like it was. And so it really turned out to be a very, very nice day. Now, that being said, tomorrow and Friday and Saturday, they are predicting rain or rain showers, decent temperatures, but it's not going to be sunny and, you know, pleasant. But it's not snow. That's all I can say. So I am happy for that. I want to make sure I don't cover the words and that I got this all on so it's not in any folds or hanging off the ends. Looks beautiful, and I don't even mind that little bit hanging out there. That'll be fine. It says, the prairie, its treeless spaces uncramp the soul. So, okay. So now we're gonna look, oh, this says I only have like 4 minutes left, so if it goes off, I'm gonna stop it. Let's make sure I am still filming. All right, so let's see what we can do. I'm gonna just move this to the side, and we're gonna work on doing these cards, okay? So let's move that up. I have 4 cards. Probably won't get to the cluster in this one, but I was thinking that when we close this, if I can get you to close, there you go, to put the cluster down here, I will make it so that it's like a tuck, and there'll be a tag or 2 in there depending. But I ended up looking at this and thinking I'm gonna just kind of do wildlife on here. So that being said, this little guy has got a bird, and this is where I cut out this one from. Okay, so I am looking at this because of the colors in here. I want to try to do this sort of the same. Now, this pretty much fit this card, but I'm going to tear around it like I did the other one and try to put this in the background as best as I can. So I think, let me start from here. I want to try to follow the you know, floral design. I'm trying not to lose too much of it, any at all, but give a nice open space where I can put the other piece underneath it. Sort of, kind of collaging it, I guess. There's kind of no need, but it's just something different, and trying to use up some of these pretty papers that I love and can't decide which ones to use. I want to use them all, so we'll see. All right, we'll do that, and this I will show you where that's going to go eventually. I am inking this only in Vintage Photo. I don't know if you can hear, somebody came down and put the fan on the other side of the basement, so I hear the fan going. I'm not sure why. But anyway, so I'm just going to ink this, and hopefully I will be able to use this little piece, that it will be big enough somehow for the card. So I'm glad you guys came along and decided to hang out with me while I'm putting these tags together, these journal cards together, I guess, really. It's fun to have somebody that's listening. So, all right, there we go. That's that. Okay, so let's go here and let's see. I just thought it looked good with this, but it looks like it's gonna be a little small. So maybe this way. I'm trying to think. Let me go ahead. I'll try to get over here more. Maybe put a little bit of the frame. I'm going to cut it out, and this is how I'm doing this. I'm just going around the card like so. If I can see that. I hope I can see that. Oh, there's my timer. Okay, just shut that off. Okay. All right, hopefully I won't run out of time because there's space on my phone. I'm trying to find my little ruler. I have created a mess again. I always swear I'm going to stop doing that, and I never do. So, let's try to get this. Okay. Got that. I have a feeling I may be a little, may have to do a little flipping of this, perhaps. Okay, let's move this over. And I'm not sure exactly where this line is. I'm gonna hope that I'm okay. All right, now I'm gonna put this here. And let's see the bird. Let's see if I put it there, I'm going to cover that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I have some of this. And I'm wondering, or do I want, it's not good enough. I kind of like that. All right, I'm just gonna tear this. Okay. And put this put that there. And what did I do with this guy? Because I do like that guy. I put that down there. I'm going to need another little piece down here. Put that there. Put this here. I kind of like that. This is new for me, doing this stuff. Not always sure that I like these. Hang on a minute. I'm all stuck on paper clips here. Okay. You know what? I think I like that better. Will this fit? It will. Okay, so let me do this first. I like to ink the edges of my cards before the backgrounds. I hope I'm in camera here. Because I find that if I glue everything together and then try to ink, if the glue has seeped out onto any of the edges, it won't take the ink. So yeah, I think I like that better. Or do I like this better? Oh my goodness, I've got these all taped into place here. Yeah, and that's too busy. And that's too dull. So I think I'm gonna go with this up here. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Okay. Let me find my pen and close up this. Let's see. I'm making a mess. Well, I'll come across it eventually. I hope I didn't lose it again. And this is the side. Okay, let's get this out of here. And I know where they're gonna go. Okay. Sooner or later I will find that pin, I hope. And I hope it's sooner, because there we go. Let me make sure we're still filming. So far so good. Okay. And I think, you know, it's not much, and I wish I could do longer videos. I used to be able to, but I don't know, this phone has been giving me trouble for months. And it keeps telling me that it can't do the updates, that I have to free up space. It's like I've got like 6 apps in here. My husband, who has the exact same phone as me, who uses the same emails and things that I do, has like 40 apps on his phone and has plenty of room. So like, I don't know what to do. Really don't know what to do. Okay, what's that? Ah, paperclip. So I wish, I'm gonna, just give me one quick second. I'm gonna go close this door behind me. Okay, I'm back. And while I'm back, I may or may not show you that. Probably not till the next episode. So let's go ahead and try to cut this out. Still haven't come across my pin, so I think I'm just going to have to put another one in, because I keep a few to the side of me in case I have to clean something out or something. So, and I know this is starting to dry up here, so I'll just get that in there and I'll be much happier. Okay, so I'll put this one back and go ahead and cut that one off. Okay, so I think I want to go this way with it. I'll put this down. I think I have I'm going to even this out a little bit because I am hanging over the side. Okay, there is that. And I think for the most part we're okay there. All right, so I wanted to put this down in here. I would like to add a little bit of color to it. So let's, ooh, I like that. Nice. Okay. I am just going to tear this, try to get it inside this black line as much as I can. Just think it needs a little pop of color on this one. Okay. And I'm just gonna go ahead and glue this down, and then, oh wait, before I glue, let's ink. I'm probably gonna cut these edges off, but that's okay. Okay. And I will apologize if for some reason my camera does shut off because I run out of room and it's an abrupt ending, but I'm trying to at least get this one done. And then we'll just come back and do some more. Since I'm going to be making it, I may as well turn on the camera and let you hang out with me while I do. So I enjoy having you guys along for these. Okay, I do want that. And I think I like it like that, and I'm going to just go ahead and tear here from the bottom. And before I glue this down, let me try to ink this a little. Yeah, okay. And then let's try to get it where it belongs. Let's see. Peel it up again and put it down again. I hope I'm staying in frame for you guys. Okay. Yeah, well, I like it. Kind of covered up that other thing, but I do like it. And I'm going to bring this to the edge and do just a little trim for what hangs over that corner. But what I'm going to do right now is go ahead and I'm doing 2 inks on these. I'm going around with the Distress Oxide, the Vintage Photo. Hitting it on the lid. And then I'm edging it with the darker walnut stain. I'm liking the way it's looking in here with that. So I particularly want to get that corner because I know it's going to be kind of exposed. And same thing on the back while I'm here. It's stuff sticking to my fingers. I don't usually ink on camera, but you're along for the ride, guys. So I think it's probably a lot better for me sometimes to just have you here while I'm trying to work things out. Sometimes it doesn't work, but sometimes it does. So I can't always be that prepared for a tutorial or something, you know. It just, I think I might be able to spend more time on camera with you all if yeah, I think that's pretty. If I just kind of take you along for the process, because you know, for those of you who do journaling or have listened to other journal makers in their videos, you'll know that the prep time takes just as long, trying to, you know, get the kits, deciding what you're going to use, printing it all out, trying to figure out where you're going to use what, and all of this stuff, cutting out all the fussy cuts, getting everything as ready as possible for the project, and then, you know, sitting down to actually do it. It takes a lot of time to put all this stuff together. So that being said, I want this across the bottom, but I just want it, you know, I think it'll be all right. I think I'll just tip that. Yeah. That'll work. So, you know, I spend a lot of time trying to figure out, is this going to work? Is that going to work? Because I have limited time on camera, and in trying to figure it out, I end up doing it. And it's like, well, now I've got nothing to film because I did it all off camera. So, okay, so we have those two right now. And I think for the moment, that's where we're going to stop. These are going to go in here, down here, and down here. Put that a little lower. Okay, and then we have a big one that's going to go in the back, but we'll do that at another time, because I want to show you this, and because this will take less time. What this is a little box I put together. Let me stand up so you can see. I'm oozing again here. Let me close this glue. This was a Lipton tea box for those of you who live in America. It lifts up. I just covered it with scrapbook paper. You may recognize some of it, some washi tape. Put one of these metal plates on it, and I named it just cluster bits. So I have thrown out hundreds and hundreds of little pieces of paper that end up all over the place just recently. And then I got this box of tea, and when I finished it, I thought, you know, why don't I just, you know, cover it up? So the Lipton bags come in here, the tea bags, and they're wrapped in gold foil, and you open each one and you use it. So when the box was empty, I covered these boxes. This is just Amazon packing paper, same thing in here. I covered the box, I covered these, and I decided when I get little pieces of something like these things that I was tearing off, that you really can't use for anything, that I would put them in here. So this box, little one on the side, is going to hold bits of book page. This is going to hold any kind of digital or stamping that I may have done that has script that isn't necessarily book page out of a book, but a digital. This holds any of these little pieces, these small little pieces that I know I can't use anywhere for anything. That's going to hold this in here. And this one is holding pieces of coffee or tea dyed paper. And some of these I had already, this I just had, it was a long strip, and I just tore it in half and put it in here. This, I just tore them like this. They're all individual little pieces, and inked them, and then just put a paper clip on them so they're easy to get out. So this is my little bits and pieces cluster box, hopefully with maybe laces and pieces of ribbon or whatever, but that's what I did. That's what I did. I probably just dumped everything out of their spots. No, we're good. So really, really cool. If you have a Lipton tea box, go for it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to stop here for now. I'll get the rest of the stuff ready to keep going on with this. And yeah, we'll just keep going and finish up our little folio. And we'll just go from there. So hopefully I will have another video up. I'll put this one up tonight if I can. And if not tonight, then tomorrow. And hopefully by Saturday, we'll have another one up as well. If I can keep my videos coming out, maybe I can get more people to watch. So don't forget to like, to, you know, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, share, or any and all of the above. And I would greatly appreciate it. I'd love to hear your comments. So I can converse with the people that are hanging out with me every time I do a video. So that's it for now, guys. So in the meantime, be safe, be happy, and be blessed. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.